Now, I am doing this because I want no extra Archon quests blocking me when I do like the real stuff that people care about. There's a child. Just trying to ruin my life. Anywho. I was gonna please stop watching you, child. I'm not doing any of these because I don't exactly know. Oh, if that says one there, that means that Natlan is coming out.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised.
This week. That's lovely. Well, next week, but yeah. There. I'd like to claim all that is mine. That's a lot of more. Ugh.
So like what you see.
I will be doing the Archon quest with this team and the name that is here. That is never changing now. That is forever going to be my stuff. But I need to do something before I even touch anything else. I need to share my link. But yeah, this stream is solely for the Archon quest. Kind of nothing else, just respectfully speaking. It's for the Archon quest. So yeah, this is my life now. The Archon quest that I am hoping is entertaining, but I don't get my hopes up for this game. I just really don't. Well, there we go. Share this. Hello. After nagging me, I'm finally here to do the Archon quest that better make me feel like I on cloud 9 by the time this done. Swear to God, I feel horrible. I have hopes that it will not be as bad as you say it will be. Oh wow, that LOL has immediately diminished all of my hopes. Nice. Well, such is life. While I'm doing this Archon quest, I'll be eating because I am a simple soul who will not starve myself for content that will be talking to me. It's really short. Okay. That is a bit disappointing if this is a very short Archon quest. You're eating too? Oh yeah, we all eating. I really hope you joking when you say it's like a short quest. I waited to get to the story part. Then I'll continue. And if this one's short, I'll just finish Sino's quest. Because I got Sino part 2 quest now. So
perfect.
Ooh.
It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
You know, you're all... Come on. Never change. Never change.
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find the missing person. across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers.
I'll be right back. I have to step out, so I gotta put this stream on pause and come back because I'ma curse somebody. Anywho, I'll be back. It shouldn't take long because I ain't going to repair for anything. So I think I got the ability to pause this broadcast, which is hilarious. Yes, I do. So I'll be right back. Give me a moment.
With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This
Ow, my
commission was
poor
jointly
nose.
issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one
Anywho,
of their own villagers has gone missing.
But the problem is,
I've
they don't
returned
know
and
the
it
missing person's
has
name. They can only provide information about
come
his general
to my
appearance.
attention apparently
They're all from
that
the same village, but they don't even know his name?
Natlan starts in a few days. Not sure if I said that
Maybe
part.
this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs more to carry out.
I mean, somebody got enough money, then sure.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
Alright then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
You're getting more curious than me. I ain't that curious. Alright. The hell?
We made it to Vimara Village!
Oh.
Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this
Alright.
commission...
Shut up, my mom.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers.
The only
Catherine sent us to
time
look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
NPCs get a voice.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
I'm gonna put a missing quick for some of them, and I don't know.
I'm really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know? We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now.
Yeah, bro. That's sus.
At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion.
Wow.
Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, Everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day.
I'm making a bet. I'm making a bet that this man evil. Or maybe not. But they think he's evil.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
I don't want to ask anymore. Okay, heck of a jump. Let me gonna talk to this old man.
It's that guests I hear.
Hello, sir.
Mama dear, we're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
I feel like this
Of
village
course,
always in trouble.
I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others.
Wow.
He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears.
Wow.
He always knew just what to say.
You sound like a
As the
gentleman.
village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Oh.
He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come.
That's
Perhaps
weird.
my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember.
I
We'll
don't
figure
know.
something out.
But okay.
Well, Traveler, what do you think? I don't think so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
Oh, geez.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only existed
Paimon, you just need time to
memories?
process everything. Oh.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Hello.
You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yes.
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to
got
hear that.
information from me, right?
Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Well, Smile only fuck on me. I want to talk to me.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
I got kidnapped by an NPC with slightly fancy clothes. I no longer question what I let happen to my character in this game. I'm not dashing because I don't have a free hand. I remember everybody was talking about Rook of the Battle. No, she don't exist.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin.
I believe you.
We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vimar Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still,
I love when people give you the
there were
random
times when I couldn't
backstory.
help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden. Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Trust me, we've been looking for we sibling who basically tell we F off when we finally see them.
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure.
Wow.
And patient, too.
Jesus.
Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me.
We talking
Ever
about a
since he
Mary Sue.
disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow. You two must have been really close.
Paimon, no
Tell you
shit.
anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore.
Oh.
I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
That's depressing.
Still not much to go off of.
My parents. Oh, they're not here anymore.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help. The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time
This person's a ghost?
Slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this name's Sting. Oh, yeah, this name's Sting for sure. Anywho. Sounds like when I was talking to a ghost that, like, forever was in a loop. Some shit like that. Just saying. This name is perfect. God met you somehow manly to, you know, blemish the mistakes I made by choosing you. Oh, okay, the churros.
Hey,
Okay.
look at those hood churros over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
This is a best mage watching it too.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Oh! Oh! Hi!
Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
They do. Yeah, what? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, sir.
Thrust and rebuild!
Illusion shattered.
Oh, shit. Well, this is no help to me.
Silence! Let the mighty be humbled!
No, the new update is technically, the new update is technically in 2 days. Respectfully speaking. Because
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up.
Oh my god,
If you
stop
hadn't
talking,
been here,
Mr.
I'm
Woman.
not sure what I would have done.
Because technically, as soon as Emily's banner is over, which is like in 2 days, as soon as her banner is over, the new update starts, which is technically next week. So the new update is most likely coming out next week, Wednesday. I'm not going to stream it until Tuesday. Not Tuesday, until Thursday. Or it gonna come out on Tuesday and be available for me to stream on Wednesday. One of the 2 days. No, it's gonna update Tuesday evening, most likely, and then be available on Wednesday for me to like play when I'm more alive.
It was no trouble.
Now that I think about it, the human trolls around Vilmara Village have been a lot more active lately.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
They
So
seem
available
agitated
Tuesday
and
night.
often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
But I will be streaming
Maybe
it
the
on
Abyss Order really
Wednesday.
is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vilmara Village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers.
Make my life easy.
Wait a second. That person! It's Dainsleif!
Oh, hello, Santa.
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours?
Trying to
I'll
finish
leave you
what,
all to
like,
it then.
the new
I
update.
should head back to the village and check up on
'Cause-
Chief Amadea and the others anyway. See you later.
That looks like a really big area, and I'm interested to see how they did the Archon quest this time around. It's like 2 different parts, and you get 500 each for doing them in the correct. 500 extra primo gems for doing them in the correct order. I'll take anything I
Why
could
do you
get.
always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
Anybody get
It's
scared?
hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
They really do need to make him playable. Wait till Conria.
For the same purpose?
He can become playable when Conria become available.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the Hilly Trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased Hilly Trail activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the Hilly Trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy. And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
You jumped through a portal with my sibling and left me in a crumbling building structure.
So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara Village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing.
You don't say.
I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased Hilly Trail activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
Did you betray me, or do I want to have faith in your useless ass who can't seem to stay still? I'll have faith.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile.
I don't
Irreparable
really care.
damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedderfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Oh,
Your brother?
damn! Damn! Genshin is just a place for siblings, it would seem. We just adopting siblings left, right, and center. My God. Alright. Bet.
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners
That's the
of
worldwide
Conria.
tuxedo mask.
The wise, Roptatir. The visionary, Vedderfolnir. Gold, Rhindaughter. The foul, Sertologi. And Rehir Solnari, Rerir.
Okay, hold up. Is Rhindaughter, whatever the name, not one of the... Hello? Is that not one of the It's the best kind of lore right now. We got a bunch of names. I can't figure out which one's supposed to... I can't figure out or remember which one's supposed to be Dainsleif. But I'm pretty sure Rhindaughter is the person that, wait, what? We're just passing out siblings, respectfully speaking. Isn't Rhindaughter, one of the... That's a witch, right?
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names.
Are they your brothers?
One day,
Are you one of them?
I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one man who created Albedo. Sir Luigi is Skirk's master.
Yes, I was right. Cool, nice. Sir, the only person who can have vengeance. Oh, nice. The only person who can have vengeance is Eula and Diluc. I'm sorry.
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother.
That don't surprise me.
If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clothar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Damn. All these lore drops. You know, from a man that's only come like once a year. Nice.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria.
We love you.
Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop
probably
the
gotta get new headphones.
from continuing to rock the foundation of the world.
I'll get there.
Yet,
Eventually.
deep within, the 5 of them craved something more.
That
They
is
could
literally
not
my
resist
life.
the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world.
Oh. Hold up. Trying to figure. I don't know, man.
So they became sinners,
I don't
but
know.
also transcendent
I'll just get new
beings,
headphones.
each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
It's okay, buddy. I'm not that concerned about what my sibling does.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
It don't surprise me that you know all of this.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village, the person who seems to exist only in people's memories, could it be connected?
There's a good question.
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Oh dear.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Come on, I realize you always gave me work to do. Well, I'll let you sleep.
So tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
Yes, let's blame Dan stuff.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Bro, how you get so comfortable with this man? You just coffee bean? What sort of saucer is this?
This is such a great place for a vacation.
Hello, small child.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here? Did something happen?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
What a coincidence.
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Interesting.
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then!
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
Huh.
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the Eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the Eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Oh.
Of course.
Jesus. What is this travel? I can hear a bird and I'm annoyed.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hmm.
Hey, wait up!
I know what traps smell like when I see one, but okay. Feel like I got led to my doom. I'm not going back to that place. Put back on my food bag.
There is no escape!
Go on.
Shine down!
Bow your head.
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Okay. That's a bit weird. I'll take that. Uh-huh.
Illusion shattered!
The tides beckon.
Me knowing a trap when I smell one and still letting myself walk into this one. Oh boy. don't question anything my character does anymore.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Huh. Oh.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go.
There we go.
Our destination is just up ahead.
This feel like a trap. But okay. Who cares, you know? Who cares if it's a trap? Nope, not me.
Witness my
Oh god. Not using my burst. What you say? Oh shit. Oh lovely. Anyhow. Who I gotta fight? Okay, just in case I don't want to fight nobody.
There's no escape.
And it's like talking cutscene. There we go.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
Yeah, you could have just led them in there. What do you expect?
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Who is this man? Why is this man? What? Bro, I can't do him nothing just now.
Illusion shattered. Transfixed.
Dude, please get out the car now.
Overruled.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here.
No duh,
Now that they're in the
Sherlock.
vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Are you okay, my guy?
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Divide my nose. Okay. Oh. Uh. Hello, sibling.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
What?
The order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack.
I don't get to
We
stare
better
at the
hurry back
fight.
to Vimara Village and see what's going on.
Disrespectful. You are currently in a special story mode that I cannot complete this action. Well, what?
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy.
Okay.
Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Ew, Paimon.
Did you hear that? What
Damn.
was that sound just now?
Poor Paimon.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
I feel like we shouldn't be nosy, but whatever. Why am I following butterflies?
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly trails are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
Okay, buddy. What is this depressing foolishness that you are speaking in my ears? Well, where the butterflies gone? This way. I will follow the butterflies.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people.
This is a great story.
When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
All right. Your story regarding power, and I have no idea what the hell is going on.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story.
A bedtime story,
well,
perhaps?
now that the Hilly Trolls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
My map is still not opened like it's supposed to, which means that I'm gonna run into something else. Let me see. Yeah, it's still blocked off. You sound depressing. Oh, I guarantee all, man. Hello, good sir.
Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Huh?
Respectfully?
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
But how is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea.
This is just perfect.
Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
I feel like we're wasting our time. Is there even a missing villager to begin with? Is the question. Hello, sir.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected.
Nobody, the boogeyman.
That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
That's weird.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
It's not impossible.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now. Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, no one remembers him, because there's been a change in people's memories. No, Baram still remembers me.
Oh, wait. There we go.
If this person only exists in people's memories...
Stop talking.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time.
Of course, we siblings memory took me for
That
a
would
whole...
also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all. Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Probably the girl memory.
Good idea! That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Can we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
If time is allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
What kind of manga game? Was it this?
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
Haha.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Oh, come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory. Yeah, that's where they'll be!
What is it with Sumeru involving, like, people memories? Like, Jesus, get a new hobby or some shit. Which is ironic, it's just like two people in the tree. Wait. Do The two people that in the tree sitting down and the two people that it. Man, I can't.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman.
Oh.
You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life.
He's cute.
You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Hello, sir.
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
That's the hilly churl. Was it Clothar or Carrie Bear? I think it's Carrie Bear.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate. You're Carrie Bear Alberic.
Oh. You know me?
You're a
That's
human
quite
now?
a surprise.
Holy crap.
I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
But I don't speak squiggles. Disrespectful. I ain't even trying to translate that. Men really just read squiggles to me. Oh. The proof of existence. Am I a girl? I am, aren't I? Life sucks as a female traveler. But such is the life I have to live with. Alright, time to go walk up to this man. Bro, what is this? What is this? Why is it when it's mystical, fantastic places, right? It's the only time I can walk on water. Alright, cool. I'm not walking on the land. This is pretty. Are you okay?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know.
Aw. Blame your father, not me.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
He's so pretty. He got star eyes like, Paimon. And it's quite ironic that Paimon is, not inside of here.
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate.
Bro, your father use you.
Despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion.
Oh my god. Did I kill
The person you see
son?
before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate. As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
That's not a good thing, though, is it?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower-level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
Damn.
Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
Oh.
Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well.
I mean, it wasn't trouble. You were very
I just
cute.
wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world.
I love
As
you.
if I had a chance at life.
It's sad that you're dead, but I love you. You're cute. Can I keep him?
I know what you must be thinking.
I want to keep you.
Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it.
Aww.
I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me.
Aww.
Chief Ahmadiyya, Aram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old.
Jesus.
My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
That is so sad.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me. I know.
Yes, traveler.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
Oh, damn.
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already. Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait.
Hmm?
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
That's cool.
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the prince is planning.
I don't really care what he's
Tevat's
doing.
ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved. You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory. After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my Hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the Hilichurls.
Oh.
In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
That's a very sweet goal.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal is the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished.
Aww.
And it's finally time to rest.
Go to sleep, my child.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
God, what do you want? That was a beautiful moment. And you ruin it.
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
Aww.
Well, how about a conversation?
What you want?
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time.
Alright.
Before the Heavenly Principles awaken.
The Heavenly Principles still sleeping? This entire time, people doing shit to piss off the Heavenly Principles on the sleeping?
Yes. For 500 years now. Ever since the Cataclysm in Conria. There's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes, such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
Wait, the Heavenly Principles in the thing that, like, separate me and my sibling?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful, even as a hilly churl. Seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words.
I mean, technically, the blame of what happened to the people of Conria is technically on the people of Conria, respectfully speaking. Well, that we know so far.
Lumine?
Yes?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
Aww. That's so sad. So he's gonna record this conversation from the side of being the Prince of Darkness and from the side of being the Traveler. Oh.
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end.
Ooh. Incoming. And content, nice.
Do you remember?
No.
A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
Aww.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
Of course.
Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
What the hell? Bruh, I just got robbed. Reunion with sibling ain't gonna remember a single thing. I've been disrespected.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya. Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened. Wait, really? What a score! after that?
Oh, we canonically don't remember. That's some bullshit right now.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Yeah, sure.
Ava, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Oh, wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
Because it never existed.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
He did. Died technically
Seems like
500 years ago.
Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now. Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
I'm real good. I don't really care about Lover Girl. My character canonically has no memory of the sibling. I'm pissed. I'm so pissed. I love how he waited till after to be like, oh yeah, right. I'm gonna tell you all this, but we ain't gonna remember shit. Enjoy. Hello, Lover Girl.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Curry Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when.
It's okay, memories seem to be a fickle thing with y'all people.
I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right? Okay, I'll admit, I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I?
Bro, you never even saw when I was dating.
Like that without saying goodbye. You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Curry Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Tahiyat with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
I should put a hand.
That should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now.
I would lovingly put a hand through your chest, and you would find Curry Bear when I done.
Oh, right. Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Curry Bear?
No.
Picture? Where'd that come from? Look, Paimon.
You must get along with each other, the two of you. Hold that thought. I'm just quickly screenshot this. I don't even care that the UAV code in like the bottom. Okay. You can come back now. Why are there two little children in a tree? Bedtime story. Well, I mean, they give me it as a picture, but... What? Excuse me. Oh, that's not two children. Oh, it's dolls of the two of them. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I would say that's pretty neat. Yeah, and I can disappear by the time something new happens. Well, man, that was
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing today. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Shush, Catherine. Good, Catherine. That was short, but sweet. I guess I could finish this. Respectfully speaking. Get rid of it. Oh, it's the other way.
Settle down.
The only thing I could safely kill you with. Okay, there we go.
Hold on. I see some people over there.
Do you think it's safe to ask them what they know?
I'm gonna get some drink real quick to just finish off the stream, I guess, with, hello, I'm fine. And yourself? I'm just gonna go get something to drink real quick. Just finish off this whole story quest thing with, finishing Sino quest and touching nobody else's quest at the moment. lost. I'm stuck trying to find something. No, I've returned.
Should be.
So what's the big deal about this?
No, I'll do it.
Huh? Why can't Sino go talk to them? What difference does it make?
That must have been fun.
Given my background, appearance, and the way I dress, I might not be the most welcome visitor
I have
here.
the most simple team
Just in case,
in the world.
it's probably better to let a more neutral party handle things.
Hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting. My friend and I are looking for an elderly man who's gone missing around these parts. Any chance I could ask you a couple of questions?
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him.
He's looking behind me.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Your
Did mine just
friend over
look
there stands out a
directly
lot, too.
at Sino?
Hey, aren't you Sino, the General Mahamatra?
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing, aren't you?
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
I like you.
Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you?
Bro, I don't
No
know
need to
about
hide
you.
it. I understand why you're wary of us.
I just meet you.
You came to us asking for help. Do you want it or not?
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something tells me they put up a better fight than most mercenaries.
Hey, hear that, guys? You're my henchmen now.
Damn.
As long as I get paid for it.
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
All right. Come with me. All of you.
Hey, we get involved in weird
Don't you want to
shit.
find your friend? Silver-haired, long-robed, culture type with thoughtful eyes? Sounds like there's a whole other side to Cyrus I didn't know about.
So you know where he is?
Just follow me. I'll take you to him.
Yep. Follow the weird person that you know. Nah. Ah. Jesus. My guy. Oh my god.
And here.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here.
Please step back.
Something's coming out of the ground!
Damn.
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden? King Deshret's technology?
Wait, hold on. Who are you guys really?
Is this the Temple of Silence? So you're a member?
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
Well.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis.
I have no idea who you are, person.
Paimon's scared. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy Uranga met in the tavern?
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret.
Me too. Hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath.
You know, why do I just follow people in weird places? Don't I learn? Anything to do with people in Sumeru is extremely dangerous and I shouldn't just follow them, but who am I to care? Yep, all these doors just opening. Yeah, this is a trap. I don't. Alright, yep.
Alright.
I let myself walk into this.
I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended? Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all.
They can't have been at the oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader is here, they were obviously counting on us showing up.
So this is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here?
Hey, look! That guy's coming back.
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
I love how he named is just question mark. Oh, never mind.
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to see you, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, you can occupy yourselves however you see fit.
So we're free to explore by ourselves?
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you running off.
Okay, this is so ironic because when I did another quest to finish off any quest that I had in Summerlanka or whatever name, I think I got another quest in there that I should probably do. Or I finished all of them. Yeah, I finished all of them. But when I did the quest that you get after finishing the whole Summerlanka thingy, I saw him. And his name was question mark because I did not finish this quest.
Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all quite anxious to see him again.
I mean, we don't know nothing about it.
He's right. Well, if we've got some time, we might as well take a look around.
Now, who do I want to talk to? Sino, Antignari, or the mysterious Cutie Patootie? Cutie Patootie. Hi.
Hey, Sethos! Have you got some time to chat?
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me? I don't blame you. Anyone else would? Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude.
Well, it's called the
We don't
Temple
get
of
too many
Silence.
visitors. Yes, that was me. Although, tricked is a stretch. He was asking everyone in the tavern about ways to make some easy money. He insisted that nothing was off the table, even if it broke the law. So, I told him that Cyrus had embezzled a large sum of Mora from the desert.
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that he did not commit?
No. That's not entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said that he had uncovered Cyrus's secret. It didn't say what secret that was. Of course. Uraka was a great accomplice, really. Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. Did exactly what he was told. And not much of an original thinker, though. It doesn't surprise me that he struggles academically.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert as soon as he received the letter?
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. Certain things I can't answer for him. I'm neither judging nor defending him. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem, and it was his own choice to take the bait. What kind of question is that? He's the General Mahamatra. Everyone in Sumeru knows who he is.
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So, what we're really asking is, have you never seen him in person before?
I've lived in the desert my whole life. Guess you could say I've never had the pleasure.
Ugh, why does Paimon feel like this guy's not being straight with us?
Really?
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up front, you'll have nothing left to look forward to. Nope. Not once.
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the Urakas of this world. Besides, we're well aware of what goes on at that place. Spies? It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Anyone's free to walk in. You can find out all you need to know just by walking around town and hearing the word on the street.
Thank you for all of your information. It was so very helpful. Hello, Sino and Tignari.
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like this. We've passed through these parts before, but never noticed anything.
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess. It borders on the miraculous. Amazing to think that it's been preserved intact all this time.
We should be wary of our hosts. Still, at this point, we can be confident that the professor is safe and sound, so that's something.
Ah, here he is. Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos. Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you are here, and I thank you for your patience. Bring him out.
Professor!
Cyrus, are you okay?
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies.
Beautiful.
We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must understand, Cyrus is of great importance to us. We had to find a way to bring him back to us. Cyrus owes me his life, and to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude. I let him go a long time ago, but now, the time has come to demand payment.
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. But you got here so quickly. Just leave, Sino. This is a matter between us two old men. You're all too young to get involved.
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning. You only left in such a hurry to try and throw us off your trail.
Some things in life catch up with you. No matter what you do, you shouldn't have come. That alone brought the others.
Sino didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth. Otherwise, it seems a little unfair on everyone who had to stay behind.
My secrets are secret for good reason. Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune.
You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students you nurtured as if they were your own children. You recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. Your own guilt convicted you. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us, and joined us in our mission to revive the might of Hermanubis, to bring new hope, new opportunity. But then, you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contributions. And then you left, taking with you Hermanubis' might and the wielder of his power. We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
You really know how to hold a grudge.
Hermanubis' might? And the wielder of his power?
Does he mean you?
Professor, anything to say?
Moon is right. I came here once before. He rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here and revive the might of Hermanubis together.
Oh, wow.
It was a great, daring plan, one shrouded in secrecy. The Temple of Silence had been bereft of Hermanubis for too long. The strength of its faith and its warriors were waning. Bamoon proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Hermanubis, into the bodies of suitable vessels. If the experiment was successful, the spirit of Hermanubis would then dwell within the vessel. Many believers volunteered themselves for the experiment. But we soon discovered that the bodies of grown adults could not withstand Hermanubis' power. In the end, Bamoon offered his own adoptive grandson. One other child was identified as a suitable vessel, and his parents agreed to release him into our custody.
Damn.
Exchange for a small fortune.
Just give me a fucking child, why
These
don't
two children were our only hope for hosting Hermanubis' power.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments from Hermanubis. As remnants of his raw power, they were exceedingly rare treasures. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony and instructed to approach the Ba fragments, whose power had been amplified. If, after some time, this power did not repel them, this would mean that they were suitable vessels. The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment: resonance, implantation, and recovery and observation. The resonance stage went quite smoothly for both candidates. As the second stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round and adjust our plan accordingly. Or alternatively, we could implant each fragment in a different vessel at the same time and compare their effects. But as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light I had never seen before. I knew that if they were not implanted right away, they would disintegrate and be gone from the world for good. Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, the thought of implanting both fragments into the same vessel seemed out of the question. To preserve our faith and our power, we implanted each of them with a single fragment.
Ultimately, I ended the experiment and left, taking one of the children with me.
In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both.
Damn.
Your lives were spared, but I have paid a great price for your betrayal ever since. I have always wanted to see you, Sino. Losing you and your Ba fragment dealt us a devastating blow. We've been in decline ever since you left.
I see. So that's how I gained my power.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. And now you're seeking justice. If you want to take my life, then so be it. I'm an old man now, anyway. But you cannot lift a finger against Sino. He is the General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as a declaration of war against the Academia.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Sino, but you've met us all before. You were so young then, when we all gathered around and celebrated the revival of our Lord.
Oh, darn child.
You and he, Sethos, you were our final hope.
You'd like me to return my power?
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to reclaim it.
That power is not yours to reclaim. Sino was chosen by the gods. You cannot take what they have bestowed.
You are wrong. Sino was chosen, but he was not the only one. My child, Sethos, has the same gift as he.
So those are your terms for freeing the professor?
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own. The Temple of Silence is an innocent party. It is because of my foolishness all those years ago that the Temple's glory has waned. And now I must take responsibility for the decision I made back then.
So what you're saying is, the power of one Ba fragment is not enough? You're asking me to return the one in my possession, so it can be implanted in him instead?
Divine power causes great suffering to those who wield it. How do you know that Sethos would be able to withstand it?
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden is ours to bear. And your objections mean little, given that you turned your back on us long ago.
Excuse me.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible idea. However...
Don't listen to him, Sino. That power is no more yours to give than it is his to take. You have to understand.
I know. But if this is a question of your freedom versus a fragment of power, then there is nothing to debate.
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need addressing. Say that Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. I find it hard to believe that you went to all this effort without planning for that possibility. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest.
Leave it to Tignar to
My
read the
stance
situation.
is, put the rest of your cards on the table. Then we can have a discussion.
Wait, those ears. So, we have a descendant of the Valuka Shuna in our midst. Splendid! Fate smiles upon us after all. Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we will...
Huh.
Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in really bad shape.
I mean, I don't really care.
Moon, you...
Take our leader back to his room.
Sethos... You...
Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. Leave this in my hands. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Hermanubis would have been ours. Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. We cannot change the past. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self. But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. Time has worn away at its prestige and changed things almost beyond recognition. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave, except for Cyrus. My grandfather gave him his chance once, and now I'm giving the rest of you yours.
You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Reminds me a lot of Bamoon in his younger years. I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. You've been to the city yourself. I'm sure you've seen that much has changed for the better. And things will only continue to improve. Why not consider cooperating with the academia once more?
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion. But it's a bit too late for that now, Cyrus.
Tighnari made a good point earlier. He said there has to be more to your plan than this, and I agree. All you and Bamoon are after is the Ba fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for him out of a sense of guilt. I am the one who has a choice to make. And that's how it was always going to be. Ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment for the professor, correct?
I'm glad to see you're giving it some serious consideration.
I won't forsake my professor, nor do I intend to run from a problem that I must face sooner or later. Give me one night to make my decision.
That works. Then I'll be waiting to hear your verdict, Cyno. Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say to Cyrus, so I'll be escorting him back now.
Are you sure about negotiating with him?
I need to think this through. Everyone, let's meet again later tonight. Until then, Take some time for yourself.
Alright, well, don't put too much pressure on yourself, Sino. If you need any help working things out, just come and find us.
Wait until nighttime.
I've taken some time to reflect on this. If I had to guess, Professor Cyrus came to the desert knowing that he would almost certainly never return. He's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly about something. We won't get anywhere trying to convince him to escape.
I agree. My master Nephis says the same thing. Once Cyrus makes up his mind about something, he won't listen to reason.
So that's one thing. A few other things come to mind too. You've heard all you need to hear about the Temple of Silence. So on that, I don't have anything to add. My own memories of this place are hazy though. Probably something to do with the overpowering presence of the Ba fragments. That might explain why I suffered from constant headaches and fevers as a child. I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion when vague images would appear in my mind. But I don't recall much, only bits and pieces. I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. Thinking back on it now, I suppose it was Herm Anubis' way of trying to encourage me, even if we couldn't communicate. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith. So if the will and might of Herm Anubis is a real, intangible thing, and they are its rightful worshippers, then...
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you? Surely there has to be another way!
No. I have no intention of returning it. I need this power to protect Sumeru. But the temple has the right to make the final decision over its fate, since it belongs to one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. So I will challenge them head-on, and win the right to wield this power for myself, fair and square.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence was originally founded by the ruling elite of the day. Traditionally, such organizations are bound by a strict and ancient code of nobility. Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them have their own internal rules. They talk about the importance of never dishonoring their tribal bonds, or the rules laid down by their ancestors. I think we could turn that to our advantage. Go back to them with a proposal of our own.
Wow, and just like that, we've turned the tables on them!
Looks like we have the same idea. Turn it back on them now while we still can, in terms that they cannot refuse. That's how we win this.
Great. And I know just how to start the conversation. Let's go find Sethos. We'll tell him that I know a thing or two about medicine and would like to take a look at his grandfather's condition.
Sethos, let's talk.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of medical training, so I was wondering if you might let me take a look at your grandfather.
I have no objections, although we do have our own doctors here. I doubt you'll be able to tell us anything we don't already know.
Only one way to find out.
Follow me. Keep your voices down. We don't want to disturb him.
Let's talk outside. Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma, and his prognosis is quite grave. I'm sure that your physicians have come to the same conclusion. He appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth, which has been exacerbated over the years by the heavy burden of work and now by the effects of old age. Regretfully, I must inform you that, based on what I've seen with patients in a similar condition, he doesn't have long left. A few days at most.
Yeah. I've known for a long time.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. But you also see things differently. You have a broader range of concerns and a more pragmatic approach. So tell me how we can end this on your terms. Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution while Bamoon is still alive to see it. That's what really matters to you. I know it.
Yeah, there's no time to waste here. You know that better than anyone.
You know, the two of you are actually in a very similar predicament right now. Both of you have a very different perspective from the men who raised you.
Right, and you didn't create this situation. They did, but somehow you've ended up having to make the tough decisions.
You're right. We both look at this problem very differently than the people we inherited it from. I accept, Sino. This all began because of Hermanubis, so let's end it with the rite he himself created. Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived in Tuletula, he sparred with the city's residents. He and his two companions proved their mettle by fighting over several days, winning the support of many fine people. That group of supporters were some of the first members of the Temple of Silence, and the sparring matches were enshrined as one of our founding rites, the rite of duels. It's where it all began.
Sounds very fitting. I'm in.
As a fellow vessel of Hermanubis, your ties to the Temple of Silence run deep. So I will permit you to participate in this rite, along with your chosen companions.
3 against 3. Sounds good.
However, I have some additional terms. As the challengers, you must win all 3 of your fights to win. And Sino, both of us must put our Ba fragment on the line. The winner takes them both. Letting Cyrus leave with one of the Ba fragments was a mistake, made by my grandfather out of pity. It is a long-standing issue that must be addressed for the Temple of Silence to move forward. I can make no concessions on that front.
None needed. We're on the same page. If I win, the Temple of Silence must release Cyrus, and consider this past dispute resolved. If you win, I'll return my power to you.
It's a deal. Then let's meet at the ceremonial hall tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock.